this bird duplex is in that 30 minutes, right? One of the things you shared with us weeks ago is you brought in your area. I think there's a lot of folks that should give that a shot. Even 30 minutes, it opens things. Because what I took from our conversation last week, and people need to hear here, is you went from not finding anything that worked for your year to, oh my goodness. I mean, you were telling us about 5 or 6 deals that were at least possible, right? So just that extra 30 minutes really opened up opportunities. And I think folks need to hear that.
The big shift that we've had in the last couple of years, that most people that talk about the housing affordability kind of mess up with thinking that the wages are the reported data. And with remote working, we're a couple of years behind that data hitting.
Yeah.
So these 2 new areas that I expanded to are where the commuters are moving to. It's funny, the place I'm buying, so the last time we did this Zoom like this, you had a gentleman who was asking, where should I do? I'm a little bit later in life. I've got my portfolio in place. I've got this equity to deploy. And your answer was, well, yield is nice. It's important, but that's not where you're at. Where do you want to live, right?
Right.
So this is on the water, on the Puget Sound. Both sides of the property have 2 full water views. It's literally the only thing between the house and the water is a street. About 200 feet away is a walking ferry, which is a ferry that you don't drive on, right? That goes to Seattle, that goes to the city Bremerton. So like I have everything that I was looking for. So I would have bought this as a forever home without it being an investment property. But because of remote working, the rents here in this area that used to be about 80% of where I normally invest are the same as where I normally invest.
Yeah, this is why doing the work, Matt calls it your rent box, right? You've got to stay up to date. And you're right. I think there's work from home or, work from home 3 days a week. And that thing is, it's really moving incomes around, right? And to your point, that data won't be reported probably for 5 years, right? It won't catch up. But if you're on the ground and you're seeing it, I mean, there's a couple of things you did there, right? That rents are up 20%, right? Or they're now even with across the water, if you will. That just means you can offer more. It means you can stand on your numbers better, right? Somebody who doesn't know that is going to offer less and not get it out. Matt has taught us that a lot, right? He's taught us all the time about the rent box and why he could overpay or at least people said he overpaid, right? And he didn't. Because they didn't know the numbers. So, Dion, this is going to be your first, and you're going to live in the unit you're remodeling. Is that right? Because the other one's occupied?
No, the owner moved out. That was the last thing I was waiting on before I kind of announced, hey, I've closed, was I went by yesterday before dropping off the checks and signing the documents, which without a mortgage is super easy.
It is super easy,
pieces
right?
of paper instead of a book.
Yeah. I've done that.
And went by and it was empty vacant. Like,
so you're going to move in the other unit.
Haunted toy that she left behind. There's a creepy rocking horse looking thing, which I'm going to make a video about.
Yeah, you got to take a picture of that thing.
I will. Yeah. It's amazing. Yeah. But other than that, it's completely empty. So I went by, signed the docs, closed. Tomorrow I'll get the keys.
That is awesome.